areas. What system are you putting in place in order to enforce that?
The system we have in place is that the people of the country get to know the result before even the commission announces. Journalists are out because the system requires that you put a copy of the record of count for every center to be posted. It is there, journalists go and screen it and take a photo. And when you hear them on election night, they even update that it's from that particular record of count. And there's no election system that I know that will go in this country where the record of count will not be published. You will not even have the election, there will be confusion. Because it has become part of the system. And one of the graduations we did in 2004 with the Electoral Division of the United Nations was to ensure that instead of you having only a card on the roll or a photo on the roll or on the card, to ensure that there are two photo systems, that you have it on the card you have and on the roll. That one. The second thing was that the copy of the record of count being given to political party representatives, I did a 3 runner-up, and then a couple of people on the board. That will continue. But one thing we emphasize is that in the phase of social media and so forth, that the people listening to the election commission because by law, we are the authority to announce the result. Thank you. We emphasize that.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner Designate, Mr. Fahia, and I wish you all the best and doing your.
Thank you, Senator.
Senator Dupo?
Okay.
Francis Dupo, Senator, River G County, former representative, District T, River G County, Chair on. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nominee, for your presentation. And if I ask you a question I was asked before I came in, you are liberty to answer on that. I'd like to know which political party are you a member of? You are a member of Honorable Asali.
I was first appointed by the Transitional Administration of Dubai for 2 years. After that, election presidency, being nominated now.
Okay, so you served under the independent government and commission up to 2020.
2020.
So you mean in 2017 you were having been appointed by the government. Okay, then 2023, were you a consultant or what were you doing with the party?
I was a consultant. I was in Finland doing consultancy job when my boss in Sweden, the Center for Development and Election Management and Consultancy, providing electoral services to political parties and so forth. And we wrote every political party as much as possible. The only group that gave up freedom was the collaboration political parties at the time. They said they needed our services, and it was to train worker party agents in terms of our polling to help understand the electoral law and so forth. That was the services we were offering. The collaborating political party.
Thank you, sir. I just wanted something I'm driving at.
Thank you.
So it means that there should be no fear for any political party that the fact that you have a history of being appointed by a political party in the government and that party still lost elections, so now probably doesn't matter, eh?
No, nobody should be afraid.
I mean,
I will serve this country. I will not serve political interests.
thank you. How are you going to do? We are hearing news about magistrates getting missing. Is that something? Yeah, they are getting missing. And yeah, so what's mechanism? Yeah,
So
what's happening? What mechanism
Before
in place?
I arrived, my understanding from my colleague that I met is that on the 26th of March, there was a workshop in Ganta. We are having several workshops which is being some level supported by our partners from the UNDP under the Library Electoral Support Project, FPL. Such a workshop was conducted in Ganta, and Mr. Jaina, Solomon Jaina, participated in that workshop. I understand when the workshop ended, then he left and went to Maryland and requested the assistant magistrate in Maryland to allow him to use his apartment because he was sleeping there. And the next day he was going to Arrows for medical treatment. My colleague also informed me that somewhere in November last year, the commission gave a bond payment to Mr. Jaina because of medical reasons. I wanted to see medical attention. They should give him a bond payment of the salary, which the commission did. So I think in pursuit of the health of a solution to the health problem, Mr. Jaina, they are going to Arrow, indicated that they are going to Arrow to seek medical attention. According to the information, he slept by the assistant magistrate's place. The next day, a security officer at the ministerial office went up on a motorbike, and the motorbike took him across toward Tabu. That's the information we got. The wife wrote and said he had not seen the husband, and the commission, after a board meeting, decided to forward that letter to the police to help us in finding Mr. Jaina. There where we are.
Yeah, that's the recent one. Another one happened in Grand Gita. Is that the same thing? Same Grand Gita?
No, the one that sounded.
Yeah, another time again, I heard something about Grand Gita. I'm just saying it's becoming a pattern. I don't know, but it is something that, yeah, we're concerned about it. I don't. You see, the way it goes to the public, it's like somebody working for you and you become the godfather for that person. Everywhere they move, you check on them. So we need to see how people understand that the real story, so they know that, because sometimes it become political thing, it become election thing. I don't know how somebody working has to do with election results. At the end of the day, we compare to election results. So that's why I'm concerned about that. I was on the election committee of the House of Representatives. And the commission set up, I think, some kind of working team, which are represented in the House of Representatives, on the boundary delimitation. Yeah. The truth is, we had 2 meetings. We had a chat room, and that was just all. And the reason I'm bringing it out is that when we are seconded to your work, to your chat room, some of us, we are not people who joke when it comes to working. And you cannot put all in the chat room and working with committees just for fun. We wanted to see the result. We don't know whether that was done, but at no point in time there was any of report in that chat room that they put us in on the boundary delimitation that we saw to do that we did not work or we should have been called back. I'm just saying that to say that the kind of zeal that we take in working with the Election Commission in terms of the various stakeholder grouping, we take it very serious, and then when you set it up, you don't set it up because you come before us and you want to get support from us, so that we give you the support, then you go, and then we are left aside. I'm just concerned about that. I was specifically concerned because I know in election it is difficult to cheat me. I know that very well, no matter who you are. So when people talk about cheating, I know one person cannot cheat. So, and I know your qualification and your experience. I just want to be clear with the public that if political parties have issues, this is the legislature that every political party is represented here. So we expect people to come here and raise the issue so that we'll be clear with the speculation. That's why I'll be specifically. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator.
Well, thank you, Senator.
Co-chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. It's nominee. It's a nominee. I have very few questions and maybe comments. Thank you, Senator. Our first question is, do you have security as members or chairman and commissioners of the National Election Commission? The law provides that we provide police protection. Do you also Does the law also provide for the magistrates? So you have said they almost play a role.
I'm not sure.
Do you intend to do that going forward?
I think so. Now with the situation that, like the Grand Dealer situation, and what is appealing to Yaina, the Yaina situation, I think we're looking at that as a recommendation.
My question is, to the background that re-elections, we talk about the multiplicity of cases and issues coming out of the election itself. And I do believe it's from the fact that maybe most of some of the magistrates are not lawyers, or they were not trained to hear cases the way they're supposed to. So at the end of the day, the law is brought back to the commission, to the board of commissioners. So again, where during the process now or in the future, where you put a team of lawyers together to the election so as to curtail some of the problems.
Yeah, sure. This is why we talk about consultancy. And that was happening before the commission. We intend to bring it back. Hire a team of lawyers that will assist us, for example, in the new regulations, the 12 regulations, and helping us with the question and hearing.
So Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
as chairman of as the nominee
Yeah.
of the position of chairman for the National Election Commission, are you an executive chairman?
I don't know what it is.
Or let me paraphrase. Do you recognize that there is a board of commissioners and you are only chair?
Yeah, I am the board under the law, the election law, the higher decision-making body in the commission, and the administers the affairs of the commission, the board.
And so may I suggest that each of you have the same right when it comes to voting on decision?
Oh, yeah, sure. Every commissioner is entitled to a vote, and you need 5 commissioners, including the chairman.
I ask that question deliberately, Mr. Nominee, because I see across, the flow on my far right, your colleagues have escorted here,
Yeah.
even though you just been appointed or nominated, and you are still acting like a friend here. We've come to give you that support, I believe,
Thank you.
which is supposed to mean that the job you are about to undertake is a collective one.
Sure.
And we hope that you do all in your power to work together as a team. Yet recently, with no attempt to denigrate anybody, but we heard there was probably at the commission. And for an integrity institution like the election commission, those are not the kind of things we want to hear. But they raise a lot of doubts and credibility problems. I hope, if nominated, we're going to take on the consider my board. If nominated, yeah, being confirmed, take on the consider my board. And you do all your power to work with your team so that this country, you already mentioned, our democracy lasts right within your hand.
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wanna how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now, and I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me.
Well, good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Heat Hour show here this evening. On the Heat Hour, we see dialogue and our confrontation. We see words in that bullet. Of course, today is the 29th day of May 2026, and welcome to the weekend edition of the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we see dialogue and our confrontation. We see words in that bullet. Sorry, today is not a weekend. No, today isn't. Today is not the weekend. Today is Thursday. So welcome to the show here this evening. It's 12 minutes past 8 o'clock. Today is Friday. 12 minutes past 8 o'clock in Liberia and 12 minutes past 10 o'clock in Rwanda, East Africa, where I sit from this evening. On the Heat Hour, we discuss varieties of issues ranging from politics, health, agriculture, entertainment, and a lot more. In tonight's edition of the show, we'll be hosting Mr. Edwin Dopo Jr. Edwin Dopo Jr. is the COS in the office of Representative Musa Hassambelity of Electoral District 7, Nema County. Edwin joins us here tonight on the show as we discuss Electoral District 7, his appointment to the office, what has he been doing recently, what are some of the constraints that the district faced with. So he's basically here this evening, or he will be joining us here this evening to give us update about the office and its operation within the county. Erin Dopo will be our guest here tonight on the show, and we're going to be here with him for approximately a few times, and then we're going to let him go. Well, the Monrovia Criminal Code C has denied a motion to dismiss criminal charges filed by corporate officer of the Monrovia Development and Management Corporation, ruling that the defendant must stand trial alongside the corporation in the ongoing theft of property and criminal facilitation case. We're going to bring in more details of this story here tonight as the show unfolds to as well. Well, Eddie is in the back. We'll go for this musical break and we'll come back. We usher in our guest, Mr. Edwin Dopo Jr. Stay with us and keep listening.
We got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major we got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take up coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We got major we got major hey, there is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no gods, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money.
Major headlines for everyone. Remember Picado.
No gods, no glory.
This beautiful masterpiece here. Today is Friday.
No help.
So welcome to the weekend edition of the Heat Hour show here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we see dialogue and our confrontation. We see worries and our bullet. Of course, like we said in our intro, in our headlines today, we'll be hosting Mr. Edwin Dopo Jr. Edwin Dopo is the COS in the office of Honorable Musa Hassambelity, representative of Electoral District 7, Nema County. Good evening, Edwin. Welcome to BKS TV this evening. How you doing, Chief?
Good evening, BKS. Good evening, my brother Junior. And good evening to the peace-loving people of Nima County, District 7 specifically.
Well, it's great to have you on the show here this evening, Edwin. Very wonderful to have you here. How is the office of the CSO?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
You know, you got appointed recently. All the young people of Nima, they are very excited and all of that. Tell us, what's your feeling like being appointed as the COS in the office of Honorable Musa Hassan Bility, and what have been the reception from youth of the county? Okay, so thank you very much. Being appointed as the COS to Honorable Bility is it comes with a kind of good feelings. As a matter of fact, Junior, I'm one person who supported Honorable Bility. And back in 2023, we took the bullet. But fortunately, I mean, we're about 10,300 plus people who voted for honorability. But fortunately, which was just a privilege, honorability was able to sponsor my education, where I got my master from Kampala International University, and privileged to be a son of District Number 7, mother from Saclay, PA, father from Banzoge. I think that was a kind of privilege. That is a kind of privilege for me, and it's just an opportunity to serve. And I appreciate the young people of District Number 7 who, I mean, in Nima County as a whole, who have opened their arms to work with me. And it's going to be a good journey moving forward. You took over from someone recently. What is the relationship with the former COS and you? What is the relationship between the two of you and Wilfred Bangura?
Wilfred is a good brother. And as a matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned, Wilfred and myself have a very good relationship. As a matter of fact, I call him, I text him mostly. So we have a very good relationship.
Well, welcome once again. Welcome to the show here this evening. It's great to have you here. Since you took over, you've been touring the cities in Nima, reaching out to your district youth and all of that. I saw that you visited Saclay, PA, and after that you went to San Nicolas. I'm told that you will be going bound very shortly. Tell us the engagement you've been having with those youth. What is the purpose of those meetings, and what are some of the outcomes that you are getting from there?
So, Junior, we are focused on ensuring that we can build a united District Number 7. As you may know, after the last election, people had perception, and before the election, people had perception that honorability was somebody who has come to sell the district. Honorability had people sitting somewhere who were bringing money to buy District Number 7. So as a young man who went through the struggle and coming back to serve the same District Number 7, which I see as a privilege, I feel there is a need that we meet with all stakeholders. We are only starting with the youth to ensure that we can dispel those perceptions that many had during the election, because we know election has come and gone. But there are people who still live with some of these perceptions. So we feel there's a need that we come back to the people, ensure that we can reach out to all stakeholders and hear from them, or solicit a kind of development proposal that we can push with our boss to ensure that we can get some of these things implemented. So our sole purpose of engaging young people, we are not starting with the young people, but we reach out to the elders, the women, and everybody across the district to ensure that we can solicit their opinions on development-related issues, to ensure that we can dispel the rumors that went around during the election, because there are some people who still live with these rumors, and to ensure that we can just work and build relationship with the office and the people of District Number 7. Or cement, not just to build, but to cement the relationship with the people of the district and the office.
Were you expecting this appointment at this time, being appointed to the office of, as the COS? Were you expecting that? And my second question to that would be, why are you engaging with the young people? I think you are the first COS from NEMA. NEMA has 9 electoral districts. And out of the 9 electoral districts, the COS are 9. But you're going around from city to city, meeting up with young people, and now you're saying that you will go across to meet up with the district citizen stakeholders of the district. What prompted you to do such thing?
Okay, so we answer your first question. I'm a prepared young man. I've always been a prepared young man. I got my bachelor degree some 6 years ago. That tells that I'm overqualified or I'm more qualified for the job. So I've always been prepared and waiting for the opportunity. The 13th of this month, I will be graduating with a Master of Development Studies. And that tells that I'm qualified for the job. However, we saw that there will come a time that the fact that we are prepared, opportunities will come. And once an opportunity meets prepared people, sometimes it works out faster. So I've always been prepared. So it actually did not come as a surprise because I know I've always been prepared. To the second question, as a young man, I feel the representative cannot be everywhere at the same time. So many representatives have lost election or re-election because people who work around them feel only the representative should be able to engage the people. However, the representative is just one person, but you have about 15, 16, 17 staffers. These people are people who, for district number 7, who are all from the district. For district number 7, except for maybe driver, almost everybody, the 16 of us are from the district. We have family, we have friends, we have relationship. So I feel there is a need that if you have such opportunity, you come back to these friends and build a relationship, ensure that they can trust the promises you made to them during the campaign. Because when Honorable Belete was promising young people, I was one person who was there telling them, trust the process, I trust Honorable Belete, and I the same person having an opportunity to serve, I should be able to come back to them. And let me tell you this, my brother, we don't want to be seen as people. This is why our engagement cut across a party line. We don't want to be seen as young people who, since they took over leadership in maybe nationally, some of them seeing themselves as ministers, some of them seeing themselves working in local government, are now keeping speech from their colleagues, their fellow young people, because they feel they were not supported during the election or so. We don't want to be seen as this kind of young people, right? So for the sake of the people, we feel we should go across, meet everybody, because we still need to maintain our relationship. Today, I tell you for free, there are young people working in government who don't speak to people today because they did not support their candidate during the election. We don't want to set this kind of standard for ourselves because there is a long way to go. I will see you today. Let's say Honorable Belete going to the election. If you don't support him today, that doesn't mean you cannot support him tomorrow. So the road that we are walking on is very wide. We have to tread it with care. So for me, engaging people, engaging young people, engaging women, engaging the elders of the districts is just a kind of way of telling the people that we are going to work not only based on party sentiment, but we are going to work across the border for everybody. We don't want to be seen as people who, because we got power, we are cutting off from other young people who were in the struggle with us. So that's the reason.
Thank you very much again. If you are just joining us here tonight on the show, you are listening to the Heat Tower, and we have with us Mr. Edwin A. Dopo Jr. Edwin Dopo is the COS in the office of Honorable Musa Hassan Belete, the representative of Electoral District 7, NEMA County. Tonight we are discussing District number 7. We are discussing the office of Honorable Musa Hassan Belete. If you are just joining us, we ask you to please share the show to other people too as well. CEO, good evening and welcome. Let me turn over the floor to you, Chief.
Thank you. Yeah, because you're doing a little East African solidarity thing. You asking the man, it's so easy question. You give it to you. Why you doing that? Oh, the other people can't do the one. You the man. But on a serious note, though, he's my little brother, and I admire him. Congratulations on all your accomplishment. You know, you are setting an example for your colleagues to follow. That's what loyalty. That's what loyalty does. That's why respect and preparation. When you prepare yourself, when opportunity comes, it just clicking. So, on behalf of this platform and myself, as your big brother, I want to say big congratulations to you. And also, thanks to your political leader for entrusting you, because when you empower young people, then I know we had him on the show here one time, and he said that when he wins, the president said most of his cabinet will be young people, and that proves what he's actually saying, because he has already started. So I want to say congrats to him, and then we trust you. I personally believe that you will do well, no doubt. And when you do well, it will open doors for your colleagues who are out there going to school, around the world. When they come back to say, "Oh yeah, we did the same thing with Edwin." Yeah, you see what Edwin is doing now. Edwin is a big man now. He's doing this, he's doing that. So we need to entrust those young people. But welcome to BKS. I know this is your first time, and I hope it's not your last time. Yeah, make sure come on here. Push the message for your political leader. This is a very good place. Safe. We respect people here. We got different opinions and stuff, but we allow people to make their point regardless of your political affiliation, your background. Your political leaders can attest to that. So welcome to the show.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, for me, it's not really question per se. We just probably having conversation. You are doing well. Maybe my question to you to start out with would be what's up with District 7? I know your political leader is not going to be contesting for District 7. At least that's why we have on record. So the work that you are doing now, you are doing it for District 7, the people of District 7. How do you plan on transitioning from District 7 empowerment to the national stage? Because if your leader happens to win, there will come a time in between there where you will switch focus. You will not be depending on or looking at District 7. What's your plan on that? Do you plan on sticking with District 7, or you will have to go where your leader goes when it comes to pushing the message?
So, when it comes to the issue of pushing the presidency, Honorable Belede is my leader, and we have told the people of District number 7 that Honorable Belede is not going to contest. However, we owe it to the district that in 6 years we are going to serve you, and we are committed to serving the people of the district for up to 2029 changing worry. So the issue of the political party, this is why you see we distinguishing the office to some extent from the political party, because my key focus will be on how we ensure that we can implement those development agenda we have for our proposal we are getting from stakeholders for the district. So we will be there to advocate for the district. However, we'll also encourage people of the district to ensure that they can support their son honorability comes 2029 for the presidency. So we understand that we'll be transitioning, but we don't want to be seen as people who are just, because we are not contesting the district, so we are just we'll be laissez-faire about how things goes on in the district. We want to focus, ensure that we can do for the people of District number 7 what we promised.
Yeah, and I think that's a great strategy. So you are a young man, as I previously stated. So you have a lot of your friends who are in East Africa now, even Liberia, who go to school. Most of them, when they come back, they are not opportune to get job and things like that. What message would you send to them when it comes to being consistent, working harder and making sure that they put themselves together, what they should do to learn from someone like yourself and get ready for the future? Because definitely they'll be looking like, man, Edwin went out there, he did this. So if you are talking to people from Gomaple or from Butu, young people that are going to school, looking at you, listening to you tonight, what would be the message that you send to them? That, I'm here today because I went through this stage. You can be here today, but here's what you do.
So, CEO, my journey has has been a kind of long, but a journey that I see if young people can emulate, I mean, it's going to pay out a lot. I didn't come from a very rich background, but especially my political journey, I joined the Liberty Party in 2024. I've been a perpetual opposition, let me first say this, to the Unity Party, because, I mean, personally, I don't believe in a philosophy. So, since 2014, I joined the Liberty Party. I was just a young man. We struggled. I fought for Honor Conway here in District Number 7, here in Nima County. I was the youth chair for campaign for the Liberty Party. And we struggled, but we did not win the election. And it was a kind of struggle. We went back to Ramoto, back to go to school, and we managed to graduate. Today, we committed to Liberty Party because, mind you, I supported honorability because of Liberty Party. I didn't support him because his honorability. Let's get that one firstly clear. So I felt it was my commitment to the political party, the political institution I formed myself in at the time. So honorability came and contested on the Liberty Party ticket as a man who believed that I had to commit to my political party. I decided to support him. And after the election, CEO, I saw young people fighting for a job and this, and I made a request to honorability. I told him, Chief, I got a bachelor's degree. The money people work for at the Capitol building is enough, but I think it's not. For me, I've worked for so many NGOs, so I feel it was not money that I should sit down here for. And good enough, gloriously, honorability accepted and told me to find school anywhere in the world. That was honorability. Find any school anywhere in the world, and you will go there. I tried school in Europe and Tokyo. It would have taken a long time. So I just said, let me go East Africa. And so that's just it for him to tell you. I mean, he's a man who will promise you and commit to his promise. So it's just about you being committed, being loyal to the struggle and waiting for the fruit. Sometimes our opportunity path may not come the same way, but trust me, CEO, I mean, once you are prepared, the time will always come. Let me tell you something funny. I was in Uganda and I was like, I mean, imagine coming from Uganda with a master's degree, then you have to start looking for a job. And you know, I'm a kind of person who would not want to embarrass somebody. So I was like, I cannot come from here on honorability. I spend over 50,000 USD on me. And then I leave from here and go back to Liberia and go to him for a job again. That way, Une tells that I'm not serious. Right? Well, I mean, to tell you how good this man is, when that COS something happened, he called me, Edwin, I have prepared you and you need to come and serve. Right? So if this service is even for zero balance, I'm willing to serve it because of, I mean, the impact he has made in my life. So that's just it. The young people outside there, what I would like to tell them is we should commit. You see, follow the political training like bro. Most people who flip-flop in politics, most of them will be on Facebook crying because they refuse to be committed, right? So if you decide and say, this is my path, I believe in this person, I mean, it won't always be easy. It will not always be easy. There will come a time that you will go hungry. There will come a time that you even see, the funny part about politics, sometimes struggle that you establish. You see new people coming, benefiting, while you are still at the same stage. I mean, people who are following, young people who are in politics who are following, will attest to it. But what you have to do is to keep committed and just push. Sometimes those leaders are watching you. And that was my case with honorability. The fact that he did it for me, I feel other young people, it might not come from him directly, but other young people who believe in people, who believe in Big Brothers, even in the corporate world, in the NGOs world, and who believe in Big Brother should be able to commit to, be loyal and see how it plays out. I think that's it. That's how it came out. And today, I'm here. I have a voice. BKS is inviting me to be on that show for the first time. This wouldn't have happened if I was not in this case. So it's a good one.
You've been man. You're a big man. They don't come like brother. We'll be calling the CEO. I'm thinking you're probably in town. No,
No, that's it. That's it.
This East African man want to ask you a question about who in there. I still got a question for you. That man was small. So,
Okay.
you know, I got something from what you said. You said you have been a perpetual opposition to the Unity Party.
The Unity Party.
What specifically made you to say that, or why have them the cause of that? Is it because the way they run the government, or what?
So, CEO, let me tell you this, right? As a young person, I mean, coming up, I saw my parents like literally killing themselves for the Unity Party. And Unity Party was given the opportunity to serve the Liberian people in 2005. I mean, CEO, you can tell 12 years in power with all the donor supports, and in the president at the time telling us that she cannot fight corruption. I mean, there is a party that we gave our life to for 12 years. So as a young man, I felt there's a party that will just come or play on the intelligence of our people, maybe because of, I mean, quote unquote illiteracy, and then get what they want, enjoy. See what's going on in the country today, right? Up to today, they see corruption. They said they were going to fight. Corruption is still in the system. So Unity Party will come and lie, take power, and will not change anything. For me, that has been my issue with the party. And I feel if we must elect people in Liberia, we should elect people like Musa Belede, who will be real to the issue, who will, I mean, tell you I'm doing this and do it. But I mean, there are evidences that Musa Belede will say this, and he will definitely do it. But unlike the United Party that will not do a cent for the people, will be giving state power, and at the end of the day, you frustrate the people. That's my thing. And for me, it's better I don't support you instead of knowing that you will not serve the people and I support you.
Yeah, and then, you know, your district, June, this is my last question. So hold on, your interviewer, man. You know, they interview man. That's what they interview because he, the interview should be me and the CEO.
No, I mean, I like it. I like the conversation.
I'm just joking. This is the last question, and I'll turn it over to our ever potent host. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're from District 7, and historically, District 7 has been Unity Party breadbasket, like their baby. You know, always voting the Unity Party. So other than the development that Honorability is undertaking or has undertaken the district, do you think the Unity Party has been fair to the people of District 7 when it comes to paying them back all their votes and all the commitment, all the sacrifices they have made to them over the years?
I mean, I'm disappointed in the Unity Party, like I've always said. In Nima County today, if you check the record, District 7 produced the highest vote for the Unity Party. But name me one minister from District number 7. District number 7 only have like one person that I know, maybe other people can correct me, but one person, Anthony Meyer, who is our Deputy Director of Ministry of Finance, right? So with everything, we saw people, young people of this district, fighting to bring Unity Party to power. But where are they today? To get job in this government, you must be close to, the power that be. And that power is not from District number 7. So the fact that power is not from District number 7, District number 7 will not benefit. Right? So it's frustrating. And so now you feel for people, because I'm one person who believes that people should be able to be compensated if they work for you. So, I know that Unity Party partisans are strong people. They will always behave like they are committed, but I can feel that frustration. And the thing of District number 7 being the Unity Party breadbasket or so, I think that was for 2023 election. And I can promise you, CEO, we'll come back on the show after the election, and I will tell you Musa Belede is going to win this district big time.
Thank you. Thank you. Junior, over to you. I pause there for now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, Edwin, we are on here for a couple of let me say hours, because I know you say you won't go, but let's be here for
Couple
some time. Now you couple of hours. Let's be here for some time. Anyways, we still have a little time in our favor. When you were speaking and calling to you opposition to the Unity Party and all of that, you spoke of them not fighting corruption, all of those things. What characteristics of Honorable Musa ability that you think is quite different from other Liberian politicians that you believe in him so much and you are supporting his?
So I mean, when it comes to being accountable to the people, right? He does all he can in his power to be accountable
before you continue the issue of accountability, recently NIMO brought up their statement calling to them. There were 2 representatives from NIMA who didn't give a district report to their district. And your political leader, the office you serve in, that office is being accused of not giving district report.
So we have had a kind of conflict in the office in recent time. Our district report was scheduled for April, the 26th of April, but because of the COS resignation, we had to reschedule it for this June, right? Because I was just coming, I needed to go through all the documentation, not just going through document. I needed to match physical impact with what I saw on the report, and that cannot be done in one day. However, NAMO did not come to us to ask us if we already had the report at hand, and we were just trying to, since it was a kind of transition period where the new leadership was trying to see what was on ground and compare it to what was in the report. But our report is pending for June, and once we do the report, I think we'll come back right on the show and let you know. So if NAMO have come to us, we are going to tell them that, we will do the report, but it's going to be in June because of X, Y, and Z, but they did not come to us.
Now, with the issue of the characteristic on our Musa ability that you think is quite...
like I told you, during the campaign or during the election, Unity Party used the name Musa ability to win election, right? And they promised the Liberian people that Musa ability was is corrupt. He has eaten Liberian people money, and when they take over, they will ensure that they will prosecute him. And we have gone 2 years and some months in this government, and up to today, the Unity Party government had not even called Musa ability to ask him a simple question. That tells that honorability is a kind of free person, because if they had issue with him, and that should even be the reason why Liberians must trust honorability, because honorability is a fierce opposition to this government. So if this government, what they used to win election, if it was really true, but now they should be able to prosecute him like they promised the Liberian people, because that was a promise made to the Liberian people. Musa Belede ate our money, Musa Belede did that and this. As soon as we take over, we'll make sure that we prosecute him, right? Today, Musa Belede is still running his business. Today, he's the representative. Today, everything is said against him. They cannot bring proof, even though he is a fierce opposition to the Unity Party.
Thank you. Now, I will ask you this other question, and I'll tell you what to the CEO so that we can have an interactive discussion here. I know you just returned to the country, but you've been to the district so far, and you've seen projects going on there. Do you care to tell us some of the major development projects that are currently being implemented by your office?
Yeah, thank you. So the office of the honorable representative is has initiated several projects. Some are completed, some are still ongoing. As you may know, district number 7 is the only district in the Republic of Liberia that has no issue with road, 100% connected by road, and I think that's a plus for honorability. You can check that out if you have a fact checker. That district number 7 is the only district that is 100%. There is no major town in district number 7 that you cannot boast of road. Secondly, we have the issue of electricity. We are ensured that we have solar light in all the villages, in all the towns and villages, in all the communities in district number 7. We have embarked on, because what we had first was, where we installed first is a kind of solar light for the street, a kind of street light. Now we have embarked on ensuring that we can have solar light in the homes, in the various homes. So now on our ability ensuring that we have solar light, we started with 1 or 2 communities, and now since I came, I have taken over the project, and we'll be continuing, and we'll fast track it to ensure that all towns and villages in district number 7 that don't have the JEP or the electricity can be able to benefit from this project. And when it comes to education, Honorability is building and renovating several schools across the district. Now the school in Kpetuo, behind Kpetuo there, Gogain, is at the finished level. The school in somewhere around Band there, we finished with it, and we are renovating several other schools, ensuring that we can have ourselves giving them desks and other things. Education, we have students on international scholarship, which are benefited from. We have about 5 students on international scholarship, some in Rwanda, some in Uganda, and some in India. We will ensure that before the year ends, we can, increase our numbers to ensure that many young people can benefit from our international education. For our office, international scholarship is only for master degree programs. So all our bachelor scholarship, we have them here. We have students here who are in Cottington on allowances and everything, making sure that we can make education easy for them. We have students in AMEU University. We have students in STARS universities, and we have students in the Nima University. But however, we have a discussion with the honorable lawmaker, that was yesterday, to ensure that we can increase our scholarship opportunity or financial aid in Nima University, because we know we are doing much at the international level, but we think locally there's a need that we improve. So we had a discussion to ensure that young people can benefit more from the honorable lawmaker's office. We had a discussion that we can increase the financial aid operation we have in the Nima University, at least to ensure that we can have X amount of people enrolling on our financial aid every semester. And then for vocational education, I've come to work with part of my work in the district, meeting with young people these few days to ensure that we can have a conversation around how we can get young people going to vocational school, BA for Life Zoe, MVTC, how we can get young people from the district to enter for the vocational training to ensure that they can learn something that they will live by. So, health-wise, I think you witness honorability donating papers to the 2 major health centers we have in the district as part of his contribution to health. We have all the time we have been supporting the hospital here by ensuring that most of our citizens, those one who cannot afford, can have free operations and on the expense of honorability. And the records are there at the health center. And health equipment, medical equipment, what have you, have been donated severally. Documents are on it that we can share with BKS. So we have, touched all sectors, and we have just come to improve on those things we have been doing over the year.
Thank you very much. See you, over to you. Let's have an interactive conversation.
So how many minutes the bossman gave us?
He said 1 hour, but we will still keep it for at least another few times.
You know, BKS, you can't go fast.
SEO. I have 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
I just came from Morovia. I just entered not too long, so I have to rest.
Oh, you didn't go for the Liberty Party?
No.
Because I see your boss man, all the top executives there.
Yeah, he was invited.
So, we have international audience too. Going through our audience, the breakdown. I realized that we have a lot of people that follow us from Ivory Coast. So
Okay.
our first audience, Liberia, followed by Ivory Coast,
Okay.
and the U.S. and then other places. So we got a lot of people that follow us, and so we try to make sure that we make things in a way where people understand us because of the mixture of our audience. So you have people following us from US here. They may not know what the COS role is, right? I know, like, bro, we tell anybody COS, they mean it's a COS for this representative. People automatically know. So I want you in one or two sentences here before CRT comes in. Tell the people what COS is, what your role is, what you do on a day-to-day basis. Just not detailed on some things in the summary format.
So COS in short is the chief of staff in the office of the representative. And my role is to coordinate all the staffers in the representative office. However, it's not limited to that. I serve as the principal deputy to the lawmaker. Where he cannot reach, I should be able to reach there. That's why you see me meeting with young people. That's why you see me in the district more often, because he cannot be everywhere at the same time. So mostly is to deputize the lawmaker, ensure that we can coordinate the office, and ensure that people employed with the lawmaker are perfectly performing at their functions.
Thank you. That's actually a good story. I know what it is. I just didn't want to. I know. But yeah, CLT, we got our boss on the show here tonight. So I will turn it over to you. They may give us, I think, 15 more minutes plus the 7 minutes we have here. So we got about.
Thank you, Chief. How are you, COS?
I'm okay, Chief. How are you, my brother?
Yeah, congratulations.
So you know the man that you got quite messy with.
No.
Everybody forget my name now, CEO.
Waiting for our April salary to drop. We can't call any name right now. Yeah, so the other day, Honorability was on this platform. Personally, we took our time to appreciate him for appointing young person. So for me, I'm not really here to ask questions like that. Publicly, I want to say congratulations for your role. I think what is happening now is motivation to the young people. Regardless of someone age, someone status, you can be anybody. So it also motivates people to encourage them, and that you can defy the status quo. So, with all of what you have said, though I didn't follow, but are you still a member of the Liberty Party?
No, I resigned from the Liberty Party.
Oh, okay. So you are a member of the CMC?
I will officially join the CMC, but I resigned from the Liberty Party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so the Liberty Party, the structure, I don't know. Your honorable contested on the Liberty Party ticket, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, he contested on the Liberty Party ticket, and he won on the Liberty Party ticket, even though it was CPP, but he was from the Liberty Party angle.
Yeah, I know you just went to the office, so I don't know whether you are knowledgeable to this. Last year, I think somewhere around either November or in between there, Honorability, talk about being a dormitory for the students at the Nima University. How his office committed to that?
We are very committed to that.
Because he gave a. I'm coming because he gave a timeline. He said within, I think, 6 months, the project will kickstart, and we are in another year. He showed time that everything will be completed. So we are your office going with that.
We are committed. We are committed to that promise. That is going to be our signature project in Nima. So we are very much committed to it. we last week I spoke with the engineers who are responsible, who we got to do that work, and we are committed. Very soon it's going to kickstart, but we are very committed to that.
Okay. You know, we used to get one of our senior men in the Senate. He used to call himself deputy senator. So now you are the deputy representative. Honorability. I know you are not a lawmaker though, but you are in the office and the foot soldier on nobility.
Yeah.
Upon your exit, is the office preparing anyone to replace them as successors in the office?
We haven't.
Who is it? Female, male, and all of that.
We haven't started. We haven't started having any discussion like that. Or let me not say that. If there have been any discussion like that, I'm not in a no. As you may know, I'm just taking over. However, I mean, we definitely prepare our own successor, and we will ensure that person will win election in the district.
Are you anticipating female representation? Because that's one of the leakage you have in the county.
I mean, I don't know yet, but what I can tell you is, as you may know, CMC is a political party, and for anybody to contest on the party's ticket, you will have to go through the ranks and files. So I cannot sit there and tell you we have female, we have young person, we have older person also. But what I can assure you is we are going to feature a candidate in all the districts, specifically district number 7. We are going to win the election here.
So we are preparing then.
That's what I'm telling you. We haven't reached that, but what I do know is we are going to feature somebody.
That's the first thing you want to begin to answer.
I won't play with our April. I won't play with our 10%. Yeah, so Edwin, I mean, it's good. In all fairness, for me, like I said, I don't really have a question. When I was out, I was trying to get one at least so that I can greet the honorable man. Your first 100 days, I don't know whether you lay out to the public why they show you are not a lawmaker, but you are the deputy lawmaker. In your first 100 days, what you hope to achieve as a COS?
Well, I think the COS is having some network
issues from town, so he got a rest here. So
the network in Sekapie is bad.
He's in Sekapie, but they're doing well because
he's in Sekapie.
Yeah, he's been doing well. He hasn't been giving out time. But anyway, Junior. So we will be hosting Isaac Jackson on Sunday. So that's going to be a good show. He will be our guest on Sunday, and it will be a great show to look forward to. As you know, he's a tough talking guy with a lot of on the things that are happening. But it's going to be a great show. He will be our guest on Sunday. Tomorrow we'll announce who our guest will be on Sunday.
So while we are with the COS to join us, and then we try to close it up with him, I have this conversation, this question to ask you guys because it lies in your purview. Recently, Senator Abraham Harris Dillon proffered a bill on the floor. I mean, a communication on the floor that every remittance that will be going to Liberia from the U.S. would be taxed. Meaning, if you send something to Liberia, there will be $1 tax on those money that will be sent to Liberia. Now, you based in the U.S., you got family back in Liberia, all those people there, you got projects that you want to take and all of those things. What's your take on this bill, and what are some recommendations that you think it should be given to the Honorable House of Senate?
I personally don't. I'm not. They said the bill. Someone said that. I haven't read it yet, but I was told that it came from here. People who are in the diaspora, I don't know who, but recommended that to Senator Dillon, and he's running with it. My issue I have with that is this is the same gentleman that was against dual citizenship. So, and then he can't be the one pushing this type of bill. And then two, they are not giving diaspora Liberians the fair share of the pie, right? When it comes to voting, the people here don't vote, right? When it comes to other things, they call the people in the U.S. here internet citizens. So it becomes very, very tough. If we are paying all this money to be able to pay taxes on money that we're sending to the folks, remember now, I forgot the number here, but I can check it out. The remittances that come from the U.S., from the diaspora, like over there, it is a huge part of the economy, right? So I won't have problem with them taxing it, but if they were to allow the Liberians in the diaspora to be part of the decision making in Liberia when it comes to voting, when it comes to other things. But I don't know what the details are. I have to really read that to be able to get my honest and fair assessment of it. I don't know if it says $1 on any amount or on $1 on every $5. I don't know what the details are, but the amount will really determine, what people will say. Because if I'm sending 1,000 and you're charging $1 on every $5, every 100, it really depends on how much they are taxing.
So now your point is you guys need some kind of return. If you are paying regular taxes to the Liberian government, you need some kind of return, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's how most countries operate, right? You pay your taxes. There has to be a reason, some type of benefit that you get back from the taxes, right? We are already sending money to the country. We are helping with the country economy. We're still being left out. We're doing all this thing, helping our people, building the diaspora, that building Liberia now. We go there, all the buildings, most of it Liberians that live in the diaspora, but we're not getting anything in return. We want to be part of the decision-making body, right? We want to be able to vote, right? Where the folks here be able to vote. We want to be able to do things in Liberia, but we don't have that. So now you are telling us when we are sending money for our project, you want to tax us. When we're sending money to our people, it will really make people to be discouraged, to feel discouraged and say, you know what, I'm not sending money over there. I'll do something completely different with it. But we have our guests here trying to come on. I think DK just joined. We can have DK ask, because we got him for, I think, probably 5 minutes. Then we'll let him go 5 or 10 minutes. Then we can discuss that.
Yeah, sorry, the internet.
Yeah, you're in Secretary, right?
Yeah. The internet.
Yeah, so we gotta let you go because you just came from town. You want to rest, and we understand that. Yeah. But first,
the man gotta compare no now,
Yeah,
so to that your question. Good evening, big brother. DJ, sorry for the loss. We'll come back stronger.
As now you said good evening, people, I knew where you were going. The man had to stop and train a thought to greet the man. He put him up. Good evening, people. Sorry for the loss. Yeah, we'll come back stronger. Yeah.
Begin. We're meeting Dwampie, and I'm responding to you. We're meeting Dwampie.
Yeah,
I'm an internet bar.
Internet, let him go, man.
Yeah, we can't just let him go. Yeah.
Okay. So I know Siawate, you have your take on this discussion. Let's hear you on it. DK, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on here this evening.
Yeah, it's good that you asked that question, but I think I'm in line with the CEO because the communication, the bill, for me, I actually want to read what's the content of the communication. Because remittance, because even if you are sending money already in Liberia, there are fee attached.
Yes.
Yes. So I don't know, is it a double transaction? We will be doing. That's one. With the other side, like the CEO said, look, everything people do, even what a business, there's a return. Even we that goes to church, our return, what God needs from us is to praise Him, to worship Him, and all of that. We as believers, our return or investment is we are seeking the supreme God to go to heaven, right? So my point is that bill will need to be read very well, because for the record, if you look at the If you look at the outing, usually over the years, the outing will tell you the remittance in Liberia is up to 800 and some more million. So obviously, you see that what the diaspora Liberian invest into the Liberian economy is far beyond. So if we are investing in the economy by that, there should be something proportional to what will benefit the diaspora Liberians. For me, I've been a champion, of this dual citizenship and other benefits because we benefit from the system in the diaspora. Today, Gion, to just give the social side, not the real economic side, because I'm not ready, right? If your brother today join the army, the U.S. Army, the first thing, all on Facebook, that man a citizen. When the man get a blue book, oh man, my brother a citizen. But mind you, if they come to Liberia, the first thing the man want to get our land. The citizen they want. So for me, I feel that I'm just speaking from the social side, like I said, that some of these bills they need to be looked at. It should not be, the bill should not be proposed by emotions or sentiment. Until I can read that bill, I will yet to understand. Because if I'm sending money, there are fees attached already to Western Union, mobile money, and all these people. So is it a dual fee that people will be sending again? Because when you read the outing, I will send you one of the outing. We used to draft that. If you look at it annually, you must say probably with our budget now into $1 billion, or with the investment portfolio now from diaspora Liberian, we might be close to $1 billion, because we were annually we are around 800 and some more million US. So that means in remittance, what come to Liberia? Because every day for example, you in Rwanda, somebody sending you money, it going to your Liberian, Lone Star stuff, they sending money, people paying houses. So money that are going to the economy is huge, right? So for me, until I can read that bill, I feel that the diaspora Liberian, they are already contributing to the economy. And another thing they will also need to look at to conclude is the way we do our investment climate. From this show, I just want you to go on the Rwanda development stuff, right? And just log there. When it comes to investing, bringing investor or opening business, it takes you CEO 45 minutes to establish a business in Rwanda. Wow. The only thing you have to do is to just go online, log in the fees you have to pay, the regulation and everything. That's all. But Liberia, you leave from here, you carry somebody over there. The first thing, the person want to get 50,000. Why investment you bringing? Who benefits the investment? So those are arguments that need to, that profiling bill is not anything. Anybody can read that thing and give it to Delon, or Delon himself can read it. But for me, what's the return or investment that is coming to the people who you are taxing? Because at the end of the day, the man bring investment, you made the investors to go. The man bring the one. My friend brought a company in Liberia at the time I was still there. They got that warehouse in 2019. No, 2021. The only thing that man needed was the RPD, that importer store, right? At the end of the day, CEO that warehouse left over there because the metric ton the people wanted to supply the rice, they could not get the permit because you had another company that is already there, the rice company. They saw it as a competition in the market. So all these things, we need to look at the investment climate. It's not just about just bringing money because you want to get money from people that are in the diaspora, but what's the dividend? What's the return that is coming to Liberians that are outside? For me, it's a huge debate. It's a huge debate.
So, see, here is something that I just pick up. I think this is from EULA in the US. What I'm seeing here is that this bill was recommended by the diaspora Liberian for the diaspora fund. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So do you think this is a deception, trying to put the senator on the line, but you guys are the same people who prefer the same bills? And I'm seeing EULA responding to that. They're saying no, even though there were engagement made in lines with that communication, or there were conversations around that communication, but we have not consented to that, or we've not accepted it, that there should be a fees attached to the remittance and all of that. Is this a deception from the diaspora Liberians? Certain groups saying, let's impose it.
Let me come in there. I don't know, DK, right? So here's the background with that diaspora fund. There's a group here. One of the founders is on the Class Reloaded, Dwalu, I think. They have been the one, they started it, right? They want to create this fund. They have that thing where they've been trying to raise funds for that. So that's their own thing, but they are also connected to the government, right? So they are pushing their own thing. It's not all Liberians that are interested in that, right? So if they did that it will be few, it will be a handful of Liberians that are pushing for that, but not everyone. For example, someone like me, I'm against it. So hey, here's my point. I was just reviewing that not too long ago, just a snippet, and it's saying that they will charge $1 on every transaction. So if you send $10 to your family member, that person will get $9 instead. If you send $500, the person will get $4.99. And what are they using the fund for? They are using the fund to create a diaspora fund, right? So in the fund, they will use it to, do infrastructure, vocational school, and all these things. Now, we, the critics, will say, well, all these things you're saying is fine. We can do that. All of us want to develop Liberia. We want Liberia to be better. We've been doing that. But why don't the lawmakers that are making $15,000, a lot of money over there, why can't they reduce their pay and use their funds to be able to undertake projects that are needed to help with electricity, will help with infrastructure and other things? We are already paying money. So if you go to SendWave, so for example, when you send $10, when you're sending money to SendWave, through SendWave, there's $1 fee. I think $1.49. It just depends on the amount you send. So you are paying fees to SendWave. So if they're adding $1 to it, guess what? The money you're sending there, you're paying double. So you're paying the service, but then your money not supposed to reach there for them to build your house with, or your family member that needed $10 to go buy food or to go to the hospital. The government taking $1 from there to be able to use it to create a fund that they will use to undertake infrastructure development, vocational schools, and all that. Why are they doing that? If they really mean good, why can't they help with their salaries, right? The plenty of money they're making. You remember, it's the same dealer man that pushed for, the 5,000 salary and stuff. Where is that now? We haven't heard about anything when it comes to that. But now you're telling we the diaspora Liberians that are already paying money, already helping the economy, already paying a lot of money when it comes to taxes and things. See what they're saying about business. When you go do business, it's just ridiculous. One of my friends Winston posted on the page that he bought a car for a Jeep Wrangler, somebody around there. The cost of the car around $5,000. But the custom bill is $7,000, right? So they're making things hard for the people that are on the side to help, to promote that country, to help develop when it comes to business. But then you're still trying to milk people, talking about $1 on every transaction. Who's going to oversee that fund? And I think it's just a bogus stuff. Now, the people who are behind that ULA thing they're talking about, the people in the diaspora, how many Liberians in the diaspora have they done polling to see if everyone support that? No, there's just very few people who are in cahoot with the government, who know people over there, who know dealing with them. So here's what happened. They try doing fundraising, bringing people, Liberians here in the diaspora to buy into it, and it has gone nowhere. So what they are doing now is to backpass and go, since this is the case, let's have someone over there push this for us, and then have it come through the lawmakers. And when it happens, then we'll benefit from it. So that's where I stand. And I can tell you for sure, not all Liberians are in favor of that. Some people don't even know about it. Some people have not heard about it. And it's completely, purposely, I'm against that. I'm a critic of it. I don't believe it. I think they are double taxing us. They're trying to discourage investors. They are trying to discourage the folks from here to something. The next thing, before I stop there, the next thing that's going to happen is the money that will be collected, there will be no account for it. It will be misused. The taxes that we pay in the first place, people don't know what they're doing. They are using it in a corrupt manner. Then you start using the diaspora funds to do completely different thing. Who's going to oversee it? Anybody in place to oversee this? Who's going to run it? The same people that here are pushing for it. So I just think it's not a good deal. I'm not interested in it. I don't support it.
Thank you very much, CEO. Serite, let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, for me, my position is clear. I think the CEO and myself, we are partly on the same point. Look, Gion, let me tell you one thing. When you do economics, that's why it's the queen of all social sciences, right? I will not go and invest every year. I don't have anything in return. The first thing the CEO touched on is even when it comes to importation in Liberia, is a problem. That's why you get Metex. Liberia, man, we know how to eat money. You get Metex, you get CTN, you get the other one. Our own port, foreigners are operating the port. Just to do RDK to other places, you got foreign companies. But you have diaspora Liberians who have the capacity to do these things. When they come to launch these projects, the only thing you see from them, they exploit the people. At the end of the day, they go back. So if you already have, if you're sending maybe $10, they're taking $1.50 from you, then they add $1. So which means if you even have to remit, maybe let's assume $20 to somebody to just get a full money for that day, that person will be walking away with $17.50.
No, the person will work with $19, but you on the side will pay the transaction fee, and then it will subtract.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, but CEO in the reverse is the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I agree with you. So
it's the same thing because if I'm sending $20, that's the same thing because you take it. Yeah, I mean, what will get to you is so. I mean, there are a lot of things that we need to do.
And it doesn't also stop there, Serite. The GSM company also take their part of fees from there too as well.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said 17.5, because if you do all of the deduction at the end of the day, you want to send just $20 maybe for the person food. At the end of the day, that person might not get what they are. So the real thing Liberia need to look at in Liberia, one is the issue of the port. The tariff at the port is huge. When the vice president went there the last time, he said it. But my problem too is that each time when they say it, there's no oversight, there's no implementation, because you got the port there. People here want to send things to their family, want to send things, but mind you, the huge tariff is what killing us. Today you get one car, you want to send it to your brother or your sister to ride it. When you look at the money you will even input a car in Liberia for, you sit down and you say, but what's the deal? That means just go and trade a car. So there are a lot of things first we need to handle. To me, it don't even make sense. That bill don't even make sense to me. What the Senate need to look at is to reduce the tariff at the port, the taxes at the port. Because if they continue, do you know that people get cars from Togo and pass through Guinea or Ariko to come to Liberia only because of the fare at the free port of Monrovia? So all these things, they are ignoring it as if things are not happening. There are a lot of things happening in the country. So
every taxes paid needs a return on it. Now, this is in your case. What if the government comes to the diaspora Liberians and asks, what return will you want? Because I remember when the president went to America, he spoke of this remittance issue. He said, diaspora Liberians should graduate from the issue of remittance and then, go to actual development and stuff like that. So if you build a house in Liberia, means you have to pay taxes for that house. You have to be paying, your revenue tax for the house. If the government asks what return you need on the taxes, for example, on the issue of remittance, what return you need on those taxes, what would be your recommendation to the government?
But John, like I said, right, we're saying the same thing. The first thing, the gentleman, you John, you live here, you pay your house. You pay a real estate tax. That's a direct tax going to government, right? Annually. What is not being provided is the business climate. So if the person is doing all of the expenses, but he had nothing in return, Now, if you want to send household material, you want to buy a car and send it in Liberia, you buy the car for 3,000. Like what CEO was saying, you buy the car for 5,000, but to free the car from the port, they're telling you 3,000 or 4,000. So why the essence of sending car to Liberia? So the business, what the diaspora Liberian first thing what they need is the business climate. That's why the people don't have from day one to today. There's no climate. There's no business climate. I was in Rwanda that don't have a seaport. Things are cheaper in Rwanda than Liberia. Coat that people sells in Liberia for $250, you can get it in Rwanda for $100, $150. Shoes. The reason is very simple. It's an open market. People fly everywhere in the country. So just imagine if Rwanda had seaport. There are huge regulations. And the people look at the average Rwandan citizen. So President Bouaka, he's my president, but some of these things when they say it's not just about saying it, it's about oversight, the implementation, the monitoring aspect. You come here, you take microphone, you talk all those things. If you don't implement, what will affect the livelihood of the people, whether back home or here, it had nothing. It will have no ramification on anybody because the man you asking him to forget about remittance is a very huge portfolio of our economy. If anybody tell you remittance is not helping the economy, then that person I don't even know what they are saying, because if you 800 out of your overall GDP, and you do your entire calculation, Liberia as a country, you got 800 and some more million. We're going quarter plus a billion. So if you do all of your calculation right now, maybe in the next 2-3 years now, we're going to $1 billion investment in the country. So what we need to do as a country is to create a very favorable business environment where people will feel free to come to the country, where Jion can just call CEO and say, oh, Chi, something like car, I saw what they were wanting.
No, say Jion can call CIOT.
Jion can call CIOT and say, CIOT, I want this, right? And, you can send even 2,000, or I can sit down here and even send you car and say, oh, Jion, here is a car. What you need to do is to just, free the car. It's not happening because people don't have that money. Now, if you want to send, for example, like maybe a Mercedes-Benz now, you carry the car, the person charge you finish buying the car, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 to send the car. When you get it, somebody tell you to free the car 7,000. How do you send money? How do you send car to Jion? So the climate is not favoring you, is not favoring me, whether back home or here. So there's no way anyone even want to follow the kind of argument. People who are raising this argument only because they are benefiting it at this point, but after a few times they won't, because there will be different people in the space. Liberians, what we fail to understand is we do law when we are in position to benefit us, but once we leave now, there's nothing. So that bill for me, I feel that is a deception. It need to be reversed. We even need to see it, not even reverse it, because to me it don't make sense. People already contributing, you want to double the taxes.
Yeah,
that's
funny thing that we got few people who are pushing that. Like I said, the men in Maryland, and they're pushing that thing. They're using that political influence to push that thing. Here's one thing that before you close here, that is worth mentioning. People are not paying attention to. So as of January 1st, 2026, there is this law that passed. That was part of the Trump One Beautiful bill that imposes taxes on remittances, right? So when you send money, the people that are using to send the money, the folks, they are required to collect the taxes on behalf of the U.S. government. That's why when you notice that you're sending money through SendWave, you can see the fee high. So for example, if I were to send $1 to you, say the dollar, you'll see the fees will be around over $1, right? You know why? Because SendWave is taking her transaction fees from there, and guess what? They are also collecting the taxes on behalf of Uncle Sam. So now, if you go add the other taxes on that side from the Liberia side, I mean, you do you don't have to be even a financial person or any kind of genius to figure that it's going to cost more to send money to Liberia than to do anything else. So your little small cash you have now, your little thing, where we used to send a little $10 to your beginner, $15, $30. The next thing you know now, when you send it $10, you spending about $5 to send $10 because of the double taxation. You taxing it here, and then on that side, they're taking money from there to give to those folks. So I think they need to consider the fact that people are already giving a lot to the country, and you should not discourage them. My point and my thought about this is I know you talk about the EULA thing. I just few people doing that thing. Few people who know Dara Dillon, who are also connected with those guys. Just say, you know what?
The organization itself, the distance itself from that, they said there were communication or conversation around that bill from some diaspora Liberian, which they encouraged, but they themselves, the organization itself, distance herself from the entire bill.
The organization as the diaspora, I forgot the name of it, diaspora fund or something like that, right?
No, the EULA organization distance itself from it, but the diaspora fund, they are the one pushing that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The diaspora fund is being engineered by a few folks who are in cahoots with the government, who know the people that are running store. One of them is the host of the Class Reloaded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so they have connection. So they're the one who are pushing that. I think it's just chaotic. It's a disaster. They should not. I'm glad that EULA distance herself from it because it doesn't add up. So they have to sit back and revisit this accurately before they go ahead and push it. I think is counterproductive when it comes to this. If they try, watch this, right? They try to raise funds. They try to encourage other Liberians to be part of this, to buy share into this thing. And I don't think it has held ground. So now it says, since we are not holding ground on this, let's try another way. Let's have the government impose, taxes on remittances, and that way we'll generate funds from that to be able to use. But who's ahead of this? Who's going to oversee this? Is it the government or a private entity that's going to do that? Who are the experts who are into this that will be able to oversee and do all this? Is this a government thing or just a private thing? So there are so many questions, unanswered questions, and I'm glad you caught that part and you were able to highlight that the EULA organization distance of self from it. So that tells you it's not all Liberians, all the folks in the diaspora. Yeah, the same way you see me having a counter view to it, I can guarantee you there are so many people like Siawiti and other folks in the diaspora who will not, especially folks with financial background. Yeah, folks who have some type of knowledge when it comes to financial transaction and these things. Economists and folks who work in the industry will frown on that and they'll question it. The motive behind it is not clear. They have to sell it to, when you're dealing with the diaspora people, you don't, not to brag here, but you don't just shove things down people's throat, especially when it comes from the government. You have to educate the people. You have to tell the people this is it. Explain it to them. This is why we are doing this. This is
of course.
Yeah, you can't just come one day and say, "Oh yeah, Senator Dara Dillon just push a bill," and then the next thing our folks will pass it and then they shove it down. I don't think that's a good idea. If you really mean this, because it's going to impact the people from this country, you come to the U.S., you go to Australia, you go to Canada, as a lawmaker and say, "This is what I'm pushing. Here's the reason why it's tend to benefit all of us." And then you call town hall meetings and try to talk to people and engage the people. But you can't say nothing like you're just gonna pass bill and say, "Oh, Dara didn't propose a bill of $1 on this and all that one." But again, that's my take on it. I'm not in support of it.
Thank you very much again. We want to say thank you to all of our listeners. Ophelia Yenye Duo, greeting, welcome to the show here this evening. My friend and brother Don Miller, Gabriel also watching us. Mario Kruma is also following. It has been a wonderful conversation. See you. Let's start with you, your analysis and your parting comment, and see how it will take us home.
So is it my analysis on our boss man appearance? Yeah, so I think the picking is good. He he speaks well, and I believe he stands in the right spot to try to get more young people to join with the honorability. And I think if he plays his cards right, he will do well. He's educated, he's setting a good example for his colleagues, and I think he will do good. I like his the way he carries himself. He's humble, and he has a stand that he stand by. So I think Mr. Ability did a good job. If not a bad appointment at all. And when he does that, he will continue to have more young people gravitate toward him. But like I said, though, we'll be hosting Isaac Jackson on Sunday, and I look forward to that show. It's going to be a nice, fiery show. Tomorrow we don't have any guests yet, but when we do, as always, we'll announce that later. Great stuff. So one of our sisters, Guano, she's contesting for the vice presidential role for the what do you call it? I think it's the
vice presidential post for Eula.
Is that Eula?
North Dakota.
Hold on. Is it Eula or North Dakota Librarian?
Yeah, I think it's North Dakota Librarian Association, something like that.
Yeah.
So
North Dakota Librarian Association. She's going to be contesting for that role, and we're NEMA people now, so we got to promote our sister. Hopefully, we can get her on this show to tell us and talk about it and how people can vote for her. The election, I believe, is supposed to be June 8th. So we are going for. Hopefully, we can win this one as a team. But yeah, and I wish her all the best. Says Nonseni Dolo Guano now is her last name. We'll try to get her on here to kind of talk to the people. Every vote count. And that one vote said, it count. And see how they can speak about that. We know that for a fact. Every vote counts. So yeah, so that's what I have today. I'm trying to see if we can get her here tomorrow, but I don't know. We will see what her schedule looks like. But other than that, it has been a great show. We look forward to coming back here tomorrow.
Thank you very much, CEO, for being on here tonight. Brother Siawite, take us home, Chief.
Yeah, Gian. So, when I said the CEO will send you car, he said, why it can't be you? Yeah, so, Gian, the guest tonight, for me, I'm always happy to see young people in leadership, because what we didn't see yesterday, we are seeing it today. Before, when we hear somebody get BSc, master, all the BB degree, then when they call in, they say, "Tah." And when you even in school, when the person enter in class, they say, well, the other thing, when will get it. So, I mean, on the flip side, that's how life is. Sometimes when you're taking a risk and going through all these things, you sit down sometimes, you say, but why I leave my country to come here? So to see a young man going through a lot, in East Africa, and then made a way, and then God open way for him. I would say God open way, because that's another huge portfolio for him on his resume as well. So it's good. It was a good show, and he's a young man. A man right now, as we speak, probably men have gathered to a house, socially for the COS to compare note. And over the year, more than 2 years now, the man returning home.
But first time going back since he went home.
Yeah, since he went. So
no wonder why he rushing to get up.
He just went 2 weeks. This is the second week now. Other second we are going to
second week.
Yeah, going now, to a family and old friends. People you all play together.
The man say tired. Why you gotta rest?
And the man, as a matter of fact, the man here in the county with a brand new pickup.
It's AC, everything.
Yeah, so AC, everything. Gas, petrol is not the people issue, man. So yeah, so it's a proud for him. It's a proud for our generation as well. So, but regarding the topic just concluded, or just. For me, financially, there need to be a huge debate around that. I want to know what's the intent And you know what's the adverse effect to those who they want the bill to affect? Because even here and on our side, if you're not careful, at the end of the day, people might not even be remitting what they're supposed to remit to Liberia. So that's one. And another thing is, if you bring in local and thing, local the investment climate, and local do a case study for countries that are in Africa, look at Togo, look at Guinea, Rwanda, and other places. Then when you do that, when you do your research, then you can present it to the Liberian people. Because it should not just be because somebody in the house they want to make the loudest noise. I think that's what I have seen about Liberia in a few years, where somebody want to do something to build a sentiment. And mind you, we're going to election. In the next 3 years, people who were not putting other things, you will see them now shouting everywhere. For the last 6-7 years, you'll not be hearing them. Starting from next year, you'll see them making a louder noise as if they love Liberia more than their family. So I know that all these things is a political charade, and you know, those are all mirage. And people who even formulating our debate, they will need to come to tell the Liberian people and people who are outside of Liberia to really justify what they intend to do. Because for me, I not even read that bill, and I intend to read it maybe, but as it stands, I don't see any argument there. But it was a good show, John. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so let me make some corrections. So the organization is called United Liberians Association in North Dakota, ULAND. So, and the election date is June 6th of this year. So she's on a ticket with Mr. Alex Tia. So that's if you are muted, Shadow, can hear you.
Oh no, I said it's next week.
Yeah, next week. So
next week Thursday, 6th. Next week Saturday.
Yeah, next week Saturday. That's election day.
Mm-hmm.
So wish our sister all the best, and all the folks that are in North Dakota, that y'all go vote for our sister. Y'all go vote. Let's win it.
Thank you guys so much for being on here tonight. It's been a wonderful conversation with you people. We want to say thank you to our listeners for also following us on here tonight. Those of you who are listening to us via Facebook, we want to say it was a good time being on here. And those of you too who are also listening to us via YouTube are also a great time being on here. And before we go, tomorrow is the Champions League final. And of course, it's between PSG and Arsenal.
Chelsea.
And I wish my English brother all the best. I hope and pray that tomorrow Arsenal will be named the champions of Europe. Thank you guys so much for being on here tonight.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.